The energy. The up and down is just unbelievable. I have been getting the emotional feelings, the psychological feelings from this message for the last 3 days. And what is going on? Why, those just want to scream right out. So we're just gonna King of Wands. Four of Shields. Queen of Swords. Knight of Cups. And King of Pentacles. Holy guacamole. I'm getting the mix of both different energies that are involved in this situation. There is an energy of evil. Just downright, absolutely selfish. Only cares about themselves. Does not care who they have to step on to get where they want to get. I literally see there's somebody on stage, and that person that's on stage is very closed off and kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. And this person's like, yoink, go away. That's the energy I'm getting from that side. But then you have that closed off energy that is what Spirit is telling me, a pure soul. A pure soul. This does not mean that this soul of this person is a saint. It doesn't mean that they never did any wrong. It doesn't mean that they're walking on gold. All that means when Spirit says that is that in situations where you were dealing with that evil energy, you still never, ever stoop down to their level, no matter how much it hurt, no matter how much it made you angry, no matter how much you disagreed with that person. Your ego never came forward and allowed your ego to take the steps. You said, no, ego. No, because this is not the time or the place. I'm growing past this ego. And you know who's been coming to me for the last 3 days? And I actually had to do a little bit of research on her because I felt her presence. I heard her. Things were popping up that I knew there was a link of some kind, that I was being shown somebody. But Kali, in Hinduism, Kali. If you don't know who Kali is, she actually was formed from another goddess when there was destruction. They needed somebody to destroy the demon that was causing the destruction. She was born. Kali was born. And then, or Makali, if I'm saying it correctly. If not, please don't come at me. I'm still learning who she is, but she is willing to speak. But her energy and her presence has been very, very strong with these emotions that I'm getting these last 3 days. And it's not oh my God, I can't handle these emotions. It's in a good way, like accepting the rage that is in you, that is in you because of this evil person, this person's energy, that all their purpose was to take the light off of you. That was their main goal. That is and it's nothing personal. It is to an extent. Spirit is saying it is to an extent. There are certain things that this person is jealous or envious or secretly hates about you, but they'll compliment you about it. But ultimately, this person is just not happy with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with a lot of things in their life. So misery loves company. They like to just bring as much as they can underneath them so that they can stay above everything. That is the energy. And I'm telling you, this is why she has come forward to me. And again, I knew nothing of her. I had to actually literally do some serious research on her to understand what she represented. And the rage and the destruction that she caused was stopped by Shiva, her person, her significant other, when he laid down at her feet and she stepped on him and realized, oh my gosh, I am literally going to destroy even everything I love if I don't tame this destruction, this fire in me that I'm allowing to take my steps from me. So she went from being this destructive person to reconnecting with her compassion. And this is you. This is why she's coming out. This is why she's connecting, because as a collective, it doesn't matter what you believe and what you follow. It's a matter of the steps that you're taking, the emotions you're putting behind them, the reactions that you're giving to each event that happens in your life, each person that you're dealing with or coming across, the things that you're manifesting. This is not about what you believe and what you follow. This is strictly based off of, as a collective, what the collective is going through, mostly as a collective. And that's why her presence is coming out. It is time to understand that you are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to be upset. You are allowed to be mad. You are allowed to cry, scream, yell, whatever you have to do in order to release that, because she's teaching you that that destruction will also destroy yourself, and nobody and nothing is worth that. It's not worth it. Reconnect to your compassion and understand that those people who are just plain right evil and only about themselves and only are in it to win it for themselves, there's a difference between protecting yourself and being one with yourself and then literally stepping on other people to get where you are. And she's pointing that out, how Shiva laid in front of her feet so that when she stepped on him, she came to the realization of who she could harm if she allowed her destruction to take over. That is the key significance here. Not once did you ever step on anybody else or dim somebody's light. Actually, you were more, first of all, that's not your nature. But second of all, you would have been too afraid to even go that route, to even go to that extent to do that to somebody, because it's not even a thought process in your mind, even with the pain. Yes, in your own mind by yourself, yes, you could think of things that you would want to say or that you would want to do, and it could be vindictive because that's the destructive side. But you don't follow through. That is the difference between you and this other person's energy. You could never, you may think about it, you may communicate it with a close one and joke and laugh it off, but you would never follow through with it. Never. And that's the big significance that she's pointing out right now.